Welcome to Mickey and My Craft. This is Hilda, your host. Today is the sixth installment of the Deep Autumn Stitch Along that will last until December 22nd. Today we are going to do the black one, which is number 2, these green squares. And what I want to show you is, well, I don't have a complete thread because I have leftover from the last time. Let's see how long it lasts. But I wanted to show you, we are going to do, this is the bottom limit of the section 2 that we're doing, refer to the previous video, which I'm going to post on the iCard and at the end. And we are going to do this, and I'm going to show you how you continuously can work by using the half stitch. So I'm going to show you again the pinch stitch over here because I have an incomplete, almost a full thread over here, but you know, it was part of the last time. So let's see, let's get started. I hope everybody's doing okay. So again, to review the pinch stitch, although these stuff are being taught on the Stamp Crease tutorial, the 4 Seasons Windows Autumn, okay? But I don't mind to explain it again. The pinch stitch is when you do the loop the first time and you cut and you have thread left over, like in this case, that I don't have a loop at the end here. I cut it off and I don't have a loop at the end. So in that case, right, you're gonna do the pinch stitch. Pinch is because it's like a grain of salt, you know, a pinch of salt. It's just a little stitch. So you're gonna go, I'm gonna start from here. You're gonna go, try to as much as the center as possible of the stitch you're gonna do, like so. Okay, you're gonna pull up, you're gonna grab the whatever tails is on the back. Try not to leave too much tail because we're trying to be frugal with the with the thread. And then you're gonna pinch back on the same stitch but in a different place, not in the same hole, on different place, right here, like I'm gonna do right here, like this. You see it is on different place but in the same stitch. Then you're gonna come back out, always grabbing the thread on the back. You're gonna pull a little tight but not much. Make sure you still have enough thread. You grab it, you know, and pull it, and then you proceed to do the stitch. Okay, and this is the way that I do the stitching. In this case, this is an example of when to judge to use the half stitch or the full cross stitch. In these cases, I'm not coming back here. I'm gonna do a full cross stitch, okay? I'm gonna explain you a little bit step by step. I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence, by the way. Now, over here, I have a limit over here, okay? I wanna do this one, and then I wanna go up, come back down, and keep on going, come back down. You do that with the half cross stitch. So over here, I'm gonna do a half cross stitch. Sorry guys, it takes me a little bit of work. So we're gonna do the half cross stitch, and I'm doing the black because it's daytime. I like to do the dark colors in the daytime. Okay, and then up here, remember we can jump one stitch, up to 2 stitches. Okay, there, and then we're gonna go back down. All this is being taught in the Stamp Cross Stitch Autumn. You should check the video. It's coming out before this one on the same day. Now we're gonna go back over here. And remember, this one has a number 2. That's a 310. Okay, you're gonna stitch over. Okay, so we are doing the half stitch. In the beginning it's a little hard and my hands hurt, so bear with me today, please. Here we're gonna go all the way up because there's not too many stitches to jump, so we can go all the way up with the half cross stitch. Let's see how long this thread lasts. The advantage of this is that you're using the same thread and you're not cutting off and putting back on and doing, because the pin stitch is good, but I won't do it too much. Only when it's necessary, like I have just shown you. But here we can continue up here doing the half cross stitch. These are judgments that maybe seem trivial for some people or not necessary. Like I showed you over here, that I decided that this we're not coming back over here, so I do the full stitch. So these are situations when you do full stitch and switch to back cross to half stitch, and then you can, it can happen vice versa. But these things that you might think I'm thinking over it, no, I'm not thinking over it. I'm thinking my strategy to do this. Okay, if you hear any background noises, my husband is at home because he's sick today. I'm filming this on a Thursday. Okay, now we're gonna go back down over here. Some of the previous thread came in, got out, so we're gonna try to pull that out of there. Okay, now we're gonna come back down. when coming back down, you have to make sure where you're gonna go. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get the needle. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's better go down and come back up, but it's gonna take me more time to trying to find the little hole over here than we have another problem over here. Okay, because the stitches are dark, you have to be careful where you're gonna put the stitch. Right next, like over here, and then come back out here. So I need to put my stitch in here. And then come back through here. My hands today are not good. So I'm sorry about that. I almost skipped a stitch there. Okay, now we are here at the bottom part, and we have only these 2 or 3 stitches over here, and we just need to move all the way up here. I still have some left. Probably it's gonna last just a little bit. Probably I'm gonna have to change thread. When I get to change thread, I'm going to pause the video and then proceed, because you already know about that. I don't need you to bore you to death changing thread. So let's see how long this one lasts. And I'm going to use the same technique, the half cross stitch. Still have some left. I'll try to use as much of the thread as possible. Okay, guys. I'm sorry if you don't see me. Okay, now over here the box stops. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to grab new thread for the next face. So we're going to do the loop to close in. We push it back in and we get it out. All this stuff is taught in the tutorial. Okay, so you see with one thread we went all the way up and we came back all the way down. So now we are going to, I'm going to grab new thread to do this, right? And over here we're probably going to have to stop it over here and then do the pin stitch, and I will start from over here so I can go back in. Okay, I'll be right back in a moment. Okay guys, I'm back. So we are going to, we're going to do a full stitch over here. We don't want to jump 1, 2, 3, 4 stitch. We do a full stitch over here, then we come back on over here. We're going to do half cross stitch. You see, these little things are the stuff that is going to either advance or put you behind on cross stitching. That's what is so important to watch the video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the technique. I'm going to show you, and then I will stop so you can watch the whole video, because the purpose of this is so, you know, stuff that have worked for me. I'm sorry guys, but my hands today are terrible. So that's the way you can do this, or you can do it that going down, going up, and then do the, you know, the full swing of the stitch. So this is what we're doing. We're doing half cross stitch all the way up. I love to do this. There's so many beautiful canvas out there. You wish you could grow arms. Over here, when you have two, and then what I do is I do this. One on the side. Right? And then I do this. Do this, and I do it the other way too, but since I'm coming down, sometimes I also do this. I do these two, and then I come back here. So you got two different methods to tackle these paired of the same color, when you're going up with your half cross stitch. Half cross stitch is a various advantage. First, it gives dimension to some of the canvases. It used sometimes like a flower base as you know, give shadow into the base, you know, a light shadow. And so, but also it can be used at disadvantage. This case, we can do this, can put it over here, and then come back up here, and continue. over here I do the same thing, come back up here so I can continue with my cross stitch, with my other half stitch, and or completing the cross stitch, and I don't miss any stitch. I'm sorry guys, it's just that my hands today are terrible. Okay, and I need to finish this. And we can finish this black together. Okay, and over here we don't want to jump that much because we got this lonely stitch over here. That one we're gonna use, as a matter of fact, the thread I was gonna use, I had to cut it in one part because it had a knot, a very small knot, so I wasn't gonna waste time on that. So probably one of those can be used for that. So we're gonna tackle this. Okay, close over here with the knot. Okay, so, and you see, we finished in a matter of minutes over here. Okay, now let's get on with this part. We're gonna do the pinch stitch again. Oops, sorry. Again is in the middle. Whoops. You going, hold on just a second. I'm sorry, but my husband decided to go to the store and I needed some stuff. So he has his shoulder hurt, so I have to send for. So here's a pinch stitch again. We are dwelling in the another tip, when you leave this and you're gonna grab it, in order to be wrapped up with the stitches, put it in the direction where you're gonna stitch next. Okay, you will be stitching like up in this case. So now we're gonna go back in. I usually can go back in and get out of the hole. get the needle out on the side that I'm gonna do the stitch, but not always. That's not always the case. So okay. Here what we got these 2 stitches divided by 1 stitch, and this in here kind of yeah, this thread came out kind of a little fussy, the gray one. Okay, so I can do the up and down over here, what I call it the up and down, and then jump over here and then do the whole thing. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the half cross stitch up, oh God, Jesus. And then, like I said, they will side by side, and I'm gonna come back down. I see these are little roads, you know, I'm traveling to some place, and some place is to finish the color that I'm doing. So now we're gonna do the half stitch all the way up, and we're gonna come back down. And over here we can apply the same techniques. We can do this. Well, I'm gonna do this because it's easier this way. Oh my goodness, my hands today. And now the thread came off, and there is a knot, and blah 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 blah. Let me put it back up. Just doing this real quick. Okay, let's do this again. I'm doing the back down stitch. Come on, this black today is, this black thread is not helping me today. And over here we have a problem, we have a clog of thread. It could be same thread that we just hold out, you see? Okay, now it's out. Now it's out. Okay, Okay, so we're gonna go and jump all the way over here, because when we come back down we gotta touch this stitch. So let's keep on moving. Again, these ones over here, I tend to do them full stitch. This one I'm gonna have to do it over here, because this one I cannot do them full stitch, because when I come back down, so all I do is this. You know, it's when you are going to a country that has this curvy road, like in mine, and then you see these little places where you stop to pick up something to eat. Okay, now over here in this case, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna go full rock over here. I don't jump that stitch because I have something closer over here, so if I can avoid to jump a stitch, I will avoid it. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the completing the full stitch here, then I come back up here, right, and then I start doing the half cross stitch again until I get to the top. Pretty soon we're gonna confront that we're gonna have to finish the thread before, hopefully before we go down here. And when you do that, you finish just like always with the loop. Okay, we're gonna finish it over here because I'm gonna show you how to do the loop for this other half stitch, how to start a new thread. So I'm gonna finish it over here. Okay, and since we just have a little bit, you remember those two strands that I told you that that strand that I had to chop it off because he had a knot on it. It was a long strand. It was a long strand, and what I did is I chop out that little bit, and then I'm gonna use this one to finish this, but we're gonna put it as a double. Okay. So to do that loop when you have a half cross stitch, okay, you just go on the opposite direction, but you do the same thing. You go through one hole. You can do it this way, but it's easy for me because I'm right-handed this way. Go through one hole, come out of the other, make a loop, and push it back in. When you come out of the other side over here to complete the cross stitch of the bottom one, you pull and the knot goes inside. You see? I know if you can see it because it's black, but anyway, it's down there. It's on the back. So we just continue. I cannot find the hole today. Okay, we're closing in here. Okay, so we finished that side. So remember the lonely stitches? Okay, I consider lonely stitches 3 stitches or less, because with 4 stitches you can use a pin stitch and leave a little bit, so, and there is enough stitches so you can wrap up the tail on the back and won't come off. But with 3 stitches, not so much. And that's when I use that method that I'm telling you. So over here, turns out to be that I have a couple of lonely stitches. I have this one over here, and I have these 3 over here. Because remember, I'm not doing anything from here. That's section 3. I'm doing everything from my outline of section 2. So there's 3 in here, and there's 5 in here. In this one you can use a pin stitch. So we can use the other one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this strand and I'm gonna use it. Let me take this off, but that doesn't let me. So I take this one that I just cut off, I divided the 2 strands, right? I put one aside, I take the other one, cut that little fuss out. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the loop method on that lonely stitches, because I love that method for cross stitching. Okay, so we got there. I'm gonna put these on. Okay, and we're gonna proceed with this lonely stitch over here. Okay. And we're gonna do the loop method. And we're gonna do the loop method to close it. Let me come back. We're gonna put it through some of these stitches, and you use the most that you could of your thread. Okay, so now we got we are right here, right? So we got the other 3 stitches up here, because in this one I can use a pin stitch with the other long piece that I have. Okay, and then we'll be done with the black. Oh no, oh no, I got a lonely stitch over here. I got a lonely stitch over here. But what I'm gonna do is, you know what, I'm gonna use this one for this lonely stitch that is right here in the border from the last time, right? I'm gonna use this piece because this is the smallest piece, right? And let's do that lonely stitch over here. But you're gonna tell me, yeah, you could have done it when you were doing the first section, but I'm gonna tell you this. I do that with that one, I do that with the rest. And the problem is I lose focus, you don't concentrate well, and you ended up all over the table, all over the canvas, and you're gonna feel like you're never gonna finish. So now we got that one out of the way. So now I'm gonna do this one, and this one I have to put it through the thread, so I'll be back. Okay, here we go again. Oops, I'm running out of batteries soon. So we're gonna do these 4, right? Because I got the other long piece, and I got it in a loop weight, so I don't have to do the pinch stitch. So I'm going to use that little method of half cross stitch to finish it up. We finished those 4. Now again, I have a little bit, so I'm gonna pull it apart because I'm gonna do those 3 stitches. Okay, let me take that first out. It's only 3 stitches, so I'm not gonna concern too much. Okay, so now we're gonna do the oops, it's coming out. Yeah, it's just a little bit of thread, so I have to put a little bit more tail on the top. But that's okay. We'll manage. Here it is. So I'm gonna put a big of a tail in there. So here it is. Alright, and now we're gonna do the loop. Okay, any noise on the background is my husband. Okay, And that's it. We are done. And we are done for today because the camera is about to finish the battery. Okay, guys? Well, I hope this helped you in some more tips. I hope I'm gonna now put the turbo on this. Okay, now I'm gonna start working. I did enough over here. I still have some more to do, but I want to start working at the bottom part. Okay, and focus on this area only. The main important thing about this is that you focus in your section. Okay, don't go all the way, all around. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. Remember to subscribe if you're a new one. Hit the like button. Okay, welcome back, and appreciate all of you that watch this, subscribers. And don't forget to join in the membership. Okay, the membership is for everybody. Stamp cross stitch, beaded stitch, and diamond paintings. Okay, and even paint by numbers. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hug and kiss your fur baby from Mickey and I. Until the next time, much love and peace to all of you. Bye.